New tonight at 10, who's watching over one of Denver's largest departments? Well, tonight we uncover major concerns about parks and recreation contracts, from 50-year deals to a free house. Denver 7's Jacqueline Allen has been digging into how your tax money is being spent and who's paying attention.
In Denver, we love our parks, lakes, and golf courses. So yes, Parks and Rec is one of the largest city departments, with a $93 million budget to match your taxpayer money.
We found a lack of formal guidance.
Now under the microscope.
We found that DPR does not have defined procedures.
We also found multiple instances of inaccurate data.
A recent Parks and Rec audit raises questions about the longtime Director of Finance, Fred Weiss, and his so-called unique contract terms.
Is that a nice way of saying sweetheart deals?
I don't think there's any documentation to support or refute that statement.
Denver City Auditor Timothy O'Brien is concerned by what's going on, especially at city-owned golf courses. Take a look at Wellshire Golf Course. We found the contract for the event center has a highly unusual length, 50 years.
Can they do that?
They've done that.
Usually the city limits contracts to 3 to 5 years unless there are special circumstances.
If this was a nuclear power plant, I can understand 50 years, but not to operate a concession at a golf course.
And that's not the only perk here. The contract also states the owner can transfer the license to someone else without the city ever approving.
Is that unusual?
That is unique.
On the idyllic Evergreen Golf Course, the city has another interesting agreement. See this house right beside the green? The contract says the concession owner gets to live here. Denver's auditor tells me the problem is there's no documentation to explain why.
Do you suspect that this is some sort of good old boy handshake deal?
I think if there had the kind of documentation that I'd like to see in the files, we'd be able to answer a question like that.
Parks and Rec denied our interview request. In this audit committee meeting, though, the man behind the contracts, Fred Weiss, went on the defense.
The picture that's painted is that we don't care and it's a mess. If that was frankly the case, we would have had many issues, which we have not had.
I just thought it was underhanded.
Larry Ambrose says he has experienced these issues firsthand. The neighborhood activist says his concession proposal was denied in 2009 without explanation.
As parks managers come and go, Mr. Weiss has been there consistently and has a great deal of power.
In fact, when it came to the audit, Weiss disagreed with certain findings and refused to make some of the suggested changes.
I believe that we do a very good job at monitoring our contracts.
That response didn't sit well with the Denver City Auditor, who's now launched a new investigation.
Are you auditing them right now?
Yes, we are.
He says because Denver taxpayers who love parks also want to ensure their legacy isn't squandered. Jacqueline Allen, Denver 7.